start with a new topic of biology, which is there in ICSE board syllabus of class 10th, right? So before going to the topic, let us first discuss what is Swiflearn. We already know by now that Swiflearn is the India's most sincere learning destination for the classes 1 to 10. Or over here, all the classes are 100% live and interactive classes. So if you have any sort of doubt, you can clear everything in the classes only. The teacher will explain everything within the class. Secondly, we give personalized attention to each and every student because our batches consist of 6 students maximum, not more than that. This help the student also to ask any sort of doubt, as well as this also help us to keep an eye on the student, how they're progressing, how they're doing in the different topic. So this will help us to give you the feedback, and this feedback will help you to improve, right? Now, coming to the third thing, that is, we have a very good dedicated academic mentor team who continuously keep a track and work on the students' progress. So, how you are improving, how you are attending the classes, you are doing all the homework properly or not, and how you are writing the answers, everything will be tracked, and accordingly, you will get the feedback, right? This will help you to uh, like improve yourself in a better way. You will not lose any marks in your school exam as well as in the board exam. Now you are in the board class, you are in class 10th, right? Yes. Now coming to the fourth thing which we generally do, we generally handle the custom request like this, that if you have any topic which are going in your school, so but we have not done it yet in Swiflearn, so you can tell us those topic, we will do those first and then we will move on to the rest of the topic. Okay, so this type of custom request generally we handle, and we ensure that we cover all the syllabus before going to the school exam. Whenever you will go for the school exam, may it be the pre-board or board exam or any half yearly or final exam of your school, we will complete all the syllabus before that, and definitely we will also do the different revision work, right? So this is all about the general features of Swiflearn. Let us now find out what are our key features, how Swiflearn is different from any other platform. The first thing is we maintain a detailed progress report of all the students. Okay, so each and every student का अलग अलग different progress report होता है. जैसे आपका स्कूल में भी report card देते हैं during the PTM, we also have the PTM. We also discuss the different things with your parents. If your parents have any feedback, they can very easily give it to us. They can interact with the teacher. Okay, and if you also have any sort of suggestion, you can give it to us. We will also give you the tips and tricks how to improve yourself, right? So this will happen in mutual way. So we maintain the progress report for this, and this report will help you to understand in which topic you are lagging, what is your understanding capacity, which topic you need more like preparation or more practice, and you will do accordingly, right? Secondly, we have the Swiflearn Academic Test Series. In short, we call it as the SAT, which happen every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You will be able to perform over there. Your rank all over India will be given on the leaderboard, right? You will be able to understand what is your capacity, what is your ability of performing in the science and the maths exams, right? Now, coming to the third thing, that is the practice test. We have a lot of different practice tests of each and every subject and each and every topic, right? So, after completing one topic, you can go for the practice test in the website, and definitely you can practice this question answer. So, question answer over here will include both the objective and subjective. तो ऑब्जेक्टिव में जैसे आपके बोर्ड एग्जाम में भी आता है, स्कूल एग्जाम में भी आता है, like MCQs, true, false, match the column, these of the things. So same thing will be there in the objective practice test, and subjective test is also there. So before going to the school exam, you have to practice writing question answers, right? Basically, most of the cases I can see that students lose the marks in the subjective answers only. है ना? Why it happens? Because sometimes they miss out some of the key words within the answer. है ना? Some concepts, some keywords, some diagram sort of thing, some labeling in the diagram they generally miss, and that is why they cannot get the full marks in the subjective question answer. So we will give you the tips how to write the subjective answer, where to include the diagram, where to include the chemical equation, and so on. It depends upon the subject definitely, and definitely we will give you the tips and tricks how to get full marks in the board exam as well as in the school exam. So this is very important for for writing down the question and answers. So these are all about the Swiflearn and the key features, the different features of Swiflearn. So to experience all these things, what you have to do, you have to book the trial class. Okay, so all the trial classes will be free of cost. No, like it is very easy to book it from the website and come and interact with us in the trial class and enroll your name with the regular classes so that we can meet regularly, and we will also do the different types of topic. We will be able to understand the various concepts. Okay, so we will get a lot of different knowledge. Okay, so for those who have not subscribed our channel yet, please subscribe it now and press the bell icon, and so that you will never miss any of the update of the upcoming sessions. Okay, so before the session you will get the notification that this session is coming, and according to your convenience you can move on. You can be there in the session. You can ask any sort of doubt in the chat box. If you have any doubt regarding the topic, you can ask it in the chat box only, and don't forget to like, comment and share. Chalo, so let us now start with today's topic. Hi Prithviraj, how are you? Okay, so today's topic of discussion I have already mentioned, that is the chemical coordination in plant. Okay, so we will mainly study about the plant hormone in this chapter. This is a very important chapter, and plant hormone basically you were studying for the very first time in class 10th, right? Before that, you already have an idea about what are the hormones, where it is secreted from, but all everything was related to animals, not plants. So plant hormone का idea आपके पास अभी तक नहीं है. एनिमल हार्मोन का थोड़ा सा तो आइडिया आपके पास है. तो कैन आई नो some of the things, like what do you think, what is hormone? Yes, from where it is secreted. In case of animal body भी आप बोल सकते हो. You can write it down in the chat box, and as you already know that whoever will give me most of the answer, he or she will be the student of the session, and I'll write his or her name on the screen at the end of the session. Okay, chalo. So tell me something about the hormone, from where it is secreted in our body. Yes, let us see how much you have already remembered. You have already studied about the hormone in class 8th syllabus, right? You already have that chapter of endocrine system in animal. So let me see what is hormone, what answer is coming from your side. And also you already have an idea that how the coordination of the different activities or the different functions, or we can say the life processes, takes place within our body. Basically the two systems are um, very much related, or the two systems basically helps in the coordination of all the vital activities of our body, right? So what are the names of these two system? Please write it down in the chat box. Okay, let me see how much you have already remembered. Now let us see what we will study today. Today our topic of discussion is, firstly we will go for the plant hormone. What is plant hormone? What are the different types of plant hormones? Then we will move on to the function of each and every hormone which are present or produced or secreted from the different parts of plant. So how it helps in the growth of the plant, that is also very important, because the whole growth of the plant is totally regulated by the different hormones which are secreted from the plant, right? So we will study about this one. Then we will move on to the different hormones which are produced from the plant. Hi Prithviraj, yes, you have given me great answer. Yes, the hormones are secreted from the glands of the endocrine system in our body, right? We have the different glands in our body. What are the three main types of glands? Remember, exocrine, endocrine, and mixed, right? So the endocrine glands basically and the mixed gland का जो endocrine part होता है, they basically secrete the hormones, and this hormone helps in maintaining all the different activities within our body. This is the things which we have already studied in class 8. Very good. Exocrine and endocrine. These are the types of glands, right? Okay. Now, do you think that these types of glands are also present within the plant body? What do you think? क्योंकि हार्मोन तो प्लांट बॉडी से भी सिक्रीटेड होता है, तो प्लांट बॉडी का भी कुछ अलग सा ग्लैंड्स है, या फिर कुछ स्पेशलाइज्ड टिश्यू है, या फिर सेल्स है जहां से सिक्रीशन ऑफ हार्मोन होता है? What do you think? Let me see what idea you have. Okay, chalo. So now look at the picture. Dekho, somebody is touching one plant, and just after touching, the plant is drooping down. Yeah, have you ever seen this type of plant anywhere while going to the park? Sometimes it is present in the park also, sometimes in the roadside. Basically, this is the wild plant. You can also have this plant at your home, the garden of your home. Okay, so do you know the name of the plant? What is this plant? Yes, see, somebody is touching it, and just after touching the plant, is the leaves of the plants are drooping down. What plant is this? Very nice. Yes, Prithviraj, this is known as touch me not plant. Now, can you tell me what is the scientific name of this touch me not plant? Yes, let me see how much you know, because these are the very interesting thing you have to remember all the time, है ना? Yes. So, abhi dekho, after just touching, what is happening? The leaves are folding down, right? It is just drooping. Okay. So, have you wondered why it happens? We already know that we can locomote or we can move from one place to another, right? But the plants can walk? No. The plants never, they will not be able to walk from one place to another. They are totally standing still. But do you think that the movement takes place within the plant also? Like, see, this is one example of the movement, right? So, if we touch any plant, like the touch me not plant, then it will droop down. This is the this is showing one type of movement, right? So, how does it happen? Any idea? Yes, very nice, Prithviraj. The name, scientific name of this touch me not plant is Mimosa pudica. Very nice, great. So you have a lot of knowledge. Yes, chalo. So, how does it happen? Because it is maintained internally by the secretion of the different hormones which are secreted from the different parts of the plant. Right? We will study about the different hormones and from where do they secrete it from the plant. Right? Now, think about the control and coordination within our body. Yes, like the animal body, not only the human being, the animal body. So they have 5 sense organs. Yes, so the sense organs will be able to sense the different stimuli. Stimuli मतलब जितना भी changes हो रहा है हमारे आसपास, जितना भी environmental changes हो रहा है, मैं कुछ बोल रही हूँ, आप सुन रहे हो, these are the different changes, right? So we can sense all these things, we can feel this with the help of the sense organs. Yeah. Do you think that this type of sense organs are also present in the plant? Yeah. So there are 5 sense organs. One is the nose, help us to smell. Second is the skin, help us to touch and feel everything. Feel the hotness, coldness, pressure and all. Third is the eye, which help us to see anything. Fourth is the tongue, which help us to taste anything. Okay, and the fifth one is the ear, which help us to hear the sound, right? So these are the 5 sense organs we have in our body, in all the animals body, in the higher groups of the animal body, we can say. But do you think these sense organs are also present within the plant? Do they have their ears? Do they have their tongue? Do they have their nose? Or do they have the skin? Yeah, no, right? But so they do not have the total nervous system. So these are the sense organs which are related with the nerves, and the nerves are taking the signals to our brain. The brain is processing it, and the signals are again coming through the different motor nerves, and finally we will be able to understand what is happening over here. Right, it happens within a fraction of a second, but this whole nervous system is totally absent is in case of the plant. Okay, so they have only one system for the total control and coordination within their body. So, what is the another system called other than nervous system? Another one is the endocrine system or the hormonal system. Fine. So, within the plant body also, the hormones, the various types of hormones are secreted from the different parts of the plant, which will coordinate the different functions of the plant body. Acha, Abhi, one question I have for you. Please write it in the chat box. That what are the different functions do you think that plants perform? क्या क्या function हो सकता है apart from just the very simple functions that we already know like photosynthesis and respiration? Don't tell me about photosynthesis, respiration, and transportation. This I know, you already know. Just think about the other different types of functions which are performed by the plant body. Let me see who can give me the answer in the chat box. Yes, what are the different functions? So, in case of the plant, do they have the sense organ? No, they don't have the eye, ear, hair, like a tongue or skin or anything, right? How do they respond to the external stimulus then? Something will be secreted from their body, some special type of thing should be there within their body. तो ये special type of thing क्या है? Yes, the spatial type of thing is the specialized cells, and the group of cells will secrete the different hormones which will help in coordinating all the functions of their body. अभी तक मेरे पास function नहीं आया. Please write down the functions which are performed by the plant. Chalo. So we already know that plant do not have the nerves, muscles. So that is why they should have a well coordinated and controlled movement. They too have the, but they also have the movement within them. So how this movement takes place? Basically, all these movements are coordinated by the hormones which are secreted by the plant. So hormonal system is already there in the plant, but nervous system is not at all present. ठीक है ना? तो कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन एक ही सिस्टम से रेगुलेटेड होता है plant body में. Very good, Prithviraj. It is the tissue. The special tissues help in secretion of the hormones, and that is why the hormones which will be secreted help in the performing all the different functions of the plant body. Okay, now plant also are very much less interactive than the animals. Like we can move, we can talk, we can produce the sound, we can show our emotions, but the plant cannot. Do you agree with me? Yes, they actually have the many different other responding features. They respond to the environment in a different way. How do they respond? By showing their growth and development, the different activities within their body, producing flowers, producing fruits, ripening of the fruits, just shading of the leaves or growth of the new leaves. So these are the different functions which are totally different from the animals, but these are the different coordination or interaction of the plant with their environment, and all this interaction takes place because of the presence of hormones within their body. Up to this much clear hai na? Yes. Chalo. So let us now see how do they coordinate their movement and behavior. Right, so we already know hormone is the main thing which is produced from the different specialized cells of the plants, and they play a very great role in the response or responding with the different environment, with the change of the environment. Right, up to this much clear. So this release of the hormones will help in the promotion of their growth and development, formation of the fruits, ripening of the fruits, shading of the leaves. So all these functions are regulated by the hormones. Now we will study about what are the plant hormones. Just think about the different hormones you have already studied which are present within the animal. तो hormone का function क्या है? Regulate करना, right? So the hormones basically helps in maintaining all the different physiological activities within our body. हमारे body में जो जितना भी hormones produced होता है, what are their what are the effects of them? Growth hormone hai which help us to grow in height. The adrenaline hormone you have already studied which helps in fight out or flight response from any sort of emergency situation. That is why the adrenaline is known as the emergency hormone, right? Some of the hormone just changes the voice during the puberty, right? The production of the different reproductive hormone. The thyroid hormone basically helps in the metabolism function within our body, right? So these are the different hormones which are secreted within our body, and they help in regulating the different physiological activities. Physiological activities का मतलब क्या है? जितना भी processes हमारे body में continuously हो रहे हैं. Okay, now plants also seems to be unresponsive most of the time, but they also have the different types of hormones which control their physiological activities. तो मैंने already बोल दिया कि what are their physiological activities, like the transportation, growth and development, production of the fruit, like germination of the seed. So these are the different activities which are done by the plant, and for that plant hormones are required, right? So up to this much, is it clear? Like they do not have any nervous system. They do not have the brain. Do you think that the plants also have the brain like this, like us? No, they do not have the whole nervous system. They do not have the brain or spinal cord or any other different nerves are which are present basically in the nervous system. But what do they have? They have the hormones. They can produce the hormone which will help in coordinating their bodily function with the environment. They can show their behavior by the due to the presence of the hormones. And the hormones which are present or which are secreted from the plant body is known as the phytohormones. Okay, so phyto comes from the word plant. Phyto matlab anything related to the plant. Okay, so the hormone which is secreted from the plant is known as the phytohormones. Please write it down. Okay, chalo. Now look at the picture and tell me what you can see over here. What comes in your mind when you see this picture? See, just go through the picture very carefully. Yes, we can see that the grasses are there. It's a large field, and in the field many trees are there. But what about the condition of the trees? Yes, what is coming to your mind? Please write it everything in the chat box. Let me see how you are also thinking, the way in which way you are also thinking about all these things, the different features of the plant, the different functions of the hormones. So we will also get a lot of idea from you, right? Yes, so what is the condition of the plant over here? All the trees, do they have any leaves? Can you see the trees are having leaves? They have the branches a little bit like this types of branches are there. But do they have their leaves? Do you think that these plants are all live plants or they have already died? Do you think that they are doing any activity or it's totally inactive? What is coming to your mind? Write it in the chat box. Yes, we can see that it's totally not active, right? It's the huge grapevine, but the grapevine yard. So all of them are do not having any leaves, so they are not performing the photosynthesis, and all the other activities, the physiological activities within the plant is also become inactive, and they are totally inactive, not producing any new leaves, not responding to the different temperature or pressure or any environmental changes also. So we can say that those plants are totally dead, right? Yes. So now what do you think, what comes to your mind when anything stops doing anything, like any activity? The word which is coming within our mind is the dormancy. Dormancy का मतलब क्या है? The inactive condition, right? Whenever any plant or any animals also, when they do not do any of the activities or the total physiological activities stopped for a certain time, we call them as the dormant. Okay, and this period or the condition is known as the dormancy. So up to this much clear hai? What is dormancy? It is the inactive condition of any part of the plant or animal जहाँ कोई भी metabolism नहीं होगा. Metabolism का मतलब क्या है? Any chemical reactions. Okay, whatever chemical reactions takes place within our body, we call it as the metabolism. Okay, अभी ये metabolism को हम anabolism, catabolism में divide कर सकते हैं दोनों तरीके में, right? So this metabolism, when it totally stops for the time being, then that condition is known as the dormancy. Over here, look at the picture of this tree. See, in half of the plant we can see, if I divide the plant into two parts, we can see here at one part, this is part A, and let it be part B. Okay, so part B may you can see the growth of the shoot, the growth of the flowers, you can see the growth of the flowers, the growth of the leaves, leaves are growing, fruits are also present, okay, the flowers are also present, fruits are also present. So we can see that total growth and development takes place. And when does it happen? It happens in the growing season, right? So totally growth and development takes place over there. But in part A, can you see? You can see no tendrils. You can see the tendrils. There is no leaves, no fruits, no flowers. Only the branches are there. Because why they are not present? Because any sort of physiological activities are not happening. है ना? तो इस सीजन को हम डोरमेंट सीजन कहेंगे. डोरमेंट मतलब टोटली जो इनएक्टिव है, इसका सारे एक्टिविटीज इनएक्टिव हो चुके हैं. ओके, nothing is happening over here. No fruits, no flowers, no leaves, nothing. But the part B is the active portion of the plant, that is where there is no dormancy. Okay, up to this much clear hai na? So dormancy we can see in case of the bud, in case of the seed. Okay, so in case of the seed, when the seed is dormant, it will not germinate. Okay, when the seeds are dormant, they will not germinate. Okay, so that is why the farmers do not select the dormant seeds. Okay, dormant seeds, always remember or write it down in your copy also, dormant seeds do not germinate. Okay, whenever they are in the dormant condition, after overcoming the dormancy, they can again germinate. अभी ये dormancy होते क्यों है? Because when they do not get the proper environmental condition, the plants also need some environmental conditions है ना, तो they need the air, water, the different nutrients for their growth and development. अगर नहीं होगा, and also their genetic problem भी हो सकता है seeds में, अगर ऐसा है, then they will not be able to germinate into a new plants. Then we can say that those seeds are dormant. Same thing happen in case of the bud. In the bud condition, sometimes happen that the flower doesn't come out from the bud condition. Very good, Prithviraj. Unsuitable condition, exactly, unfavorable or unsuitable condition में ये dormancy हमें दिखते हैं, right? So whenever the bud condition में dormancy होगा, तो the flower will not be able to bloom and we will not get that beautiful flower. Okay, तो जितने दिन तक वो bud condition में रहेंगे, we will say that it is in the dormant condition because it is not getting any favorable condition. Clear है ना? Up to this much, what is meant by dormancy and all? Chalo. Now we grow, we know that we have a growth pattern, right? Whenever we born, just after born, we come through the process like in the stage of infancy. Then from infant, we come to the childhood. Then from childhood, we come to the adolescence. Then after adolescence, we move on to the adult. And after attaining a maximum height, we stop growing. Okay, so what happen over there in our body, जितना भी cell division होगा उतना cell death भी होगा. Okay, and it will be totally balanced and the growth is totally limited and determinate. तो इस तरीके का growth को हम determinate growth कहेंगे. Okay, so this means that we have already reached to our maximum height. So this will be also determined by our gene, whatever gene we are getting from the parents. So we will not be able to grow taller than this. Hi Abhay. Yes, we will not be able to grow taller than this. So the growth, the height is fixed for our body, right? Now, do you think that same type of growth takes place within the plant body also? Yes or no? Yes. Do you think the plant body also have this determinate growth or they have some other different type of growth? They have the other different growth. Why? Because you can see whenever the plants are active or they are alive, continuously growth will happen from this exactly from the birth till the death of the plant. either it will go upward or sideward. हमेशा तो upward नहीं जा सकते, then it will touch the sky, right? So it will not move upward. After certain time it will stop growing upward and it will start increasing in the different branches. Okay, sidewise grow करेगा, ठीक है ना? तो this type पर growth होगा. Okay, so this type of growth is known as the indeterminate growth. Okay, so the growth of the animal body is known as determinate growth, and the growth which we see in the plant body is known as the indeterminate growth. मतलब ये continuously grow होते जाएंगे throughout its lifespan. Clear now? So most of the plant tend to slow their growth at some point, we can say, but as long as they wish, they can grow long and long in the branches, laterally, upward, and so on. Fine. So this is all about the growth of the plant. Now, do you think, what do you think? This growth is determined by what? Or what is spatially present within this plant which is not present within our body? That is why their growth is indeterminate, or continuous growth will take place within their life cycle. Yes, can you say? You can see over here the plant is growing. Similarly, this is the shoot system growing underground. The root system will also grow. So why do you think this growth is indeterminate growth is possible within the plant body, but it is not possible in our body? Any idea? Yes, Prithviraj, Abhay, do you have any idea कि plant में क्यों ये indeterminate growth होता है, हमारे body में तो नहीं होता? Yes, this is because of the special type of hormones which are present in the plant body. ठीक है ना? तो those hormones are not present in our body. इसीलिए हमारा growth determinate होता है and plant का growth indeterminate होता है. Throughout the lifespan it will grow. ठीक है? Up to this much clear है? So let me again remind you. Yes, Abhay, I've told you the answer. So let me again remind you, whoever has not subscribed our channel, subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you will never miss any of the update of the upcoming session. And do not forget to like, comment and share. Chalo. So we will study about the growth of the plant. Yes, because they are not mobile. Okay. Yes, because they are not mobile, but इसके साथ ये growth का relation नहीं है उतना, है ना? Growth क्यों हो रहा है? Due to the presence of the different growth hormones within the plant body, which are secreted from the special cells of the plant. ठीक है ना? ओके, नाउ वी विल स्टडी लाइक हमारे बॉडी में भी जैसे डिफरेंट ग्रोथ होता है, डिफरेंट स्टेजेस होता है, जैसे आई हैव ऑलरेडी मेंशन इन्फेंसी, देन चाइल्डहुड, एडोलेसेंस, एडल्टहुड, ओल्ड एज. तो प्लांट में ऐसा क्या क्या स्टेजेस होता है ग्रोथ का? They have three main stages. We will study those. First one is the cell division, simple cell division. जैसे from one mother cell the two daughter cells are produced. Simply ऐसे ही cell division होगा. Second is the cell enlargement. Enlargement मतलब ये volume में बढ़ेगा. Okay. So whenever the cells will be enlarged in volume, this is called the cell enlargement, which we can see in the plant body. This type of growth takes place within the plant. And thirdly, the cell differentiation. इसका मतलब क्या है? Differentiation का मतलब क्या है? When the cell already is matured and they know कि ये मेरा specific function है बस. Okay, they has been differentiated into the specific function and they will perform that function only. Okay, जैसे we already know the xylem vessels. The xylem vessels helps in the transportation of water and mineral. This function is fixed for them, right? जैसे आपको भी पता है, like when you will grow up after 12 you have to choose any one of the stream, है ना? साइंस में या फिर ह्यूमैनिटीज और कॉमर्स में आप जाओगे and you will do accordingly your own function. Somebody will become a teacher, somebody will become a doctor, somebody engineer, somebody something else, okay, businessman maybe. So all of you are having some specific role in your profession. Same thing happen in case of the plant body also, and that is known as the cell differentiation. अभी ये cell क्यों बोल रही हूँ? क्योंकि yes, very good अभय, like xylem phloem, exactly. So अभी ये cell क्यों बोल रही हूँ? Because our body have the organ system level of organization, but in case of the plant body, they do not have that much organized arrangement within their body. They have till the tissue level of organization, and the group of tissue together will perform the different functions, the specific function, so that all the physiological functions will be properly maintained within the plant body. Clear and up to this much? Yes. Any question? Anything you have not understood? Please ask me in the chat box. So now we will study about the different plant hormones. So before going to the plant hormone, let me tell you the main three plant hormone which is very important for your syllabus to remember, the name, location and function. Okay, the location from where it is secreted, the or we can say where it is basically present. Okay, and second thing you have to remember is the function. Okay, so I will tell you to make a chart. Okay, if you make a chart, you can do it in a chart form, then it will be helpful for you to remember. Okay, so the very first chart में first column में आप लिखोगे name of the hormone, second column में आप आ जाएंगे the portion from where it is secreted or the locations or source. Okay, you can write the heading source in the second column, and third column में आप लिखोगे function. ठीक है, तो आप ऐसे 3 कॉलम्स में मैं छोटा एक चार्ट बना के दिखा देती हूँ. Okay, make 3 columns. Okay, first is the name of the hormone. I'm not writing everything in detail. Second will be the source, and third होगा function. तो जैसे आप लिखोगे ऐसे, number 1 is auxin. Okay, write the source wherever we will find the auxin, where auxin is present within the plant body, and थर्ड में आप लिखोगे 1 2 3 4 करके इसका फंक्शन क्या क्या है. ऐसे एक चार्ट बना लो, एंड दिस विल हेल्प यू टू रिमेंबर अबाउट द डिफरेंट हॉर्मोन्स. Okay, what is hormone? Hormone is the chemical messenger, we can say. It is a chemical substance which is secreted from the different plant body as well as the animal body, which helps in maintaining the various functions of the body, the physiological processes of the body. ठीक है ना. Most of the time we can see the hormones are protein in nature, but definitely steroid hormones भी रहता है. Yes, protein hormone, steroid hormone, different hormones ही रहता है. Okay ना भाई? Got your idea? Okay, चलो. So the very first plant hormone is the auxin. Okay, do not forget the name, that is auxin. Second is the gibberellin. Third is the cytokinin. Okay, so let me tell you again. This auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin are the very important hormones, and most of the this are secreted in most amount in the plant hormone, in the plant parts, and they help in maintaining the different physiological function of the plant. Fourth hormone is the abscisic acid. It is secreted in small amount. And fifth is the gaseous hormone. This is ethylene. Okay, this is also secreted from the plant parts. Fine. So this is all about the different plant hormones. Now let us see what is the hormone. It is just not controlling the growth, but along with the growth it also helps in the breaking of the dormancy. जो कोई dormant seed अगर होगा तो उसको break करके उसको germination में help करेगा, right? So this breaking of the dormancy, falling of the leaf, roots, fruit growth and all, flower का falling, shedding of the flower, ripening of the roots, aging of the plants, these are all maintained by the different plant hormones which are secreted within the plant body. Clear and up to this much? Yes? Okay. So the very first function of the we will study about the general function of the hormones. So general function में you have already mentioned, you have already uh, have an idea कि कोई एकदम पहले like before starting of the summer we get the mangoes which are green in color. Later on, after some times we can see that the green colored mangoes are turning into yellow. So इसमें क्या हो रहा है? Ripening हो रहा है. You can also buy the bananas. You can see the banana tree also having the bananas which are green in color, right? So after some days you will be able to understand. You can see that it is slowly turning into yellow color, and if you do not eat it after some time, some days, like after 1 week, you can see that it is totally becoming brownish in color. Why it is happening? Because of the ripening. जितना भी ज्यादा से ज्यादा हार्मोन सिक्रीशन होगा, फर्स्ट तो वो राइप हो जाएगा, राइपन हो जाएगा फ्रूट, एंड अगर आप वो उसको यूज नहीं करोगे तो इट विल रॉटन. Okay, so these are all happening due to the presence of the hormones within their body. Okay, yes, great. Ethylene production, yes, but the ripening basically, हाँ, ethylene के लिए होता है. Exactly, great answer, Prithviraj. Yes. Okay, Abhay, no issue. You can stay in the class also. You will study in 10 ना, तो ये तब revision हो जाएगा. Okay. चलो. So hormones stimulate the plant growth, helps in repairing the damaged part. जैसे हमारे बॉडी में भी डैमेज पार्ट रिपेयर होता है, उसके बॉडी में भी होता है. प्लांट्स के बॉडी में ripening of the fruit, premature shedding of the fruits को रुकते हैं, prevent करते हैं. These are the different functions of the hormones. Now, if you see a tree like this, you can see the growth is happening over there, upward, sideward, and sometimes downward, and definitely under the ground, wo to downward hi hoga, right? So, why do you think that the streams are growing up and upper, downward, or sideways? How it is happening? Because you always keep it in mind that the leaves grow outward, reaching towards the sunlight. They are growing towards the sunlight, the roots grow downward and absorb the nutrients and provide a proper stability to the plant so that the plant can stand erect. So these are the different functions which has to be maintained by the production of the hormone. Now, have you ever thought that what makes the plant part to grow like this? We already know that if we plant the seed within the soil, then after sometimes we can see the seed will be germinated, right? After the germination of the seed, the plant will, a very small baby plant will come out, the very small baby root and baby shoot, which we call as the radicle and plumule, and the radicle will grow into root and plumule will go into the shoot system. Yes. So कैसे होता है? Why not the shoot go downward and root go upward? ये ऐसे opposite क्यों नहीं होता? Because the plant is secreting the different hormones, and these hormones are telling them to grow in a particular way. Yes, whenever they are getting the sunlight, they will grow upward, and whenever they are not getting the sunlight, they will grow downward. ठीक है ना? The first hormone we will study over here is the auxin. Okay, so this auxin is the uh, typical type of hormone which helps in the growth and development of the plant body. Who discovered it? It was first discovered by Fritz Wendt. Okay, the name of the scientist is Fritz Wendt. He first described the auxin, the presence of the auxin within the plant body in 1926. Very good, Prithviraj. It is the phototropism. Like the plant will grow towards the light. It is the phototropism. And this phototropism is basically maintained by this auxin hormone. Do you know this? Please note it down. Okay. So this phototropism basically is maintained by auxin hormone. The name auxin comes from the Greek word auxine. You can see over here it is auxine, that means to grow. So this is the growth hormone which helps the plant to grow properly. So over here, look at the picture very carefully. Auxin hormone control the plant response to the light and gravity. ठीक है, वो ग्रेविटी से दूर जाएगा और लाइट से भी दूर जाएगा. ओके, डिस्टेंस में चले जाएंगे. Now you can see in the first picture, this is picture number 1, this is picture number 2. So first picture में light जब ऊपर से आ रहे हैं, then the plant is growing. Okay, so remember the auxin hormone is basically found at the tip of the root, tip of the shoot, like this. Okay, the tips, the plant tips जहाँ meristematic tissue रहता है. So whenever the light is coming from the top in this direction, it will grow very lesser. Okay, धीरे धीरे वो ऊपर बढ़ेगा. Okay, and auxin will be sprayed, it will be sprayed equally in both the direction, it is totally sprayed equally. Okay, but if the light is coming from a side, from this direction, क्या होगा? The auxin will go away from the this side. Okay, इस side से इस side में चले जाएंगे and they will stretch the plant part in the opposite direction. देखो इधर growth ज़्यादा हुआ and this region में growth कम हुआ. तो कम क्यों हुआ? क्योंकि due to the presence of light from this region, the auxin is going to this direction. It is moving towards this direction and जहां ऑक्सीजन मूव करेगा उधर ग्रोथ ज्यादा होगा, जहां से मूव करेगा उधर ग्रोथ कम होगा. That is why it is resulting into bending towards the light. ठीक है ना? Bending of the root, bending of the shoot और stem कैसे होंगे? Because it is bending like this, मतलब इधर से अगर light आएगा तो it will bend like this because auxin hormone उधर से भाग जाएगा. It will go away from the light and away from मतलब इधर आ जाएगा and the growth and development of the cells in this region will be more and the growth and development in this region will be less due to not presence of auxin or less presence of auxin. Clear है ना? This is how this auxin helps in the phototropism. Phototropism matlab the shoot when it is moving towards the light, it is growing towards the light. So it speeds up the growth of the stem also and slow the growth of the root also. Clear है up to this much? Yes, very good Prithviraj. Apical meristem, exactly. Now these are the other functions of auxin. First is the cell enlargement. Second is the cell differentiation. I have already mentioned what is enlargement and differentiation. Third is the parthenocarpic fruit growth. Parthenocarpic fruit matlab seedless fruit. The fruit which are not having any seeds. अभी जब आप banana खाते हो, banana में seeds मिलता है क्या? No, right? So abhi banana jaise different other fruits are also there which do not have their seeds within it. Fine, fertilization नहीं होता तो इसलिए seeds नहीं होता. And apical dominance is the fourth function. Apical dominance का मतलब क्या है? When they are the apical portion of the plant is growing due to the auxin, presence of auxin, they will inhibit or stop the growth of the side part or the lateral branches of the plant. This process is known as apical dominance. Clear hai? And the last one is the control of the tropic movement, what I have already shown you in the previous slide. Chalo. Now write it down. What is parthenogenesis? Parthenogenesis क्या है? It's a type of reproduction जहाँ female ovaries develop totally fully into a new born plant, okay, a new growth plant, fully grown plant without fertilization. Either we know that the fertilization takes place in the flowering plant, like the pollen nucleus will come and fuse with the egg nucleus, but this fusion of the gametes will not take place, but then also the ovary will develop into a new plant. This type of process or reproduction is known as parthenogenesis. Clear hai na? Yes. Chalo. Let's move on to the second hormone, that is gibberellin. Gibberellin is a group of hormone which is now also very much responsible for growth and development. So either this one is the hormone which is acid. That is why this gibberellin is also known as the gibberellic acid. Please write it down. This gibberellin is also known as gibberellic. Sometimes it is known as the gibberellic acid or in short we can say GA. Okay, so they basically are present in the maturing seeds में वो रहता है because ये germination में help करते हैं, germinating seedlings and whatever growing parts of the plant रहता है, this gibberellin is present over there. Clear है ना up to this much? Yes. So you can see over here the growth of the flowering plant. So this growth is happening due to the presence of the gibberellin within them. Over here also you can see the germination of the seeds takes place. The seeds are forming this small baby plants, and they are because of the presence of the gibberellin, right? Yes beta, yes Prithviraj, gibberellin GA3, gibberellic acid 3, ऐसे 1 2 3 4 बहुत सारे types का gibberellic होता है. Now how can you compare the growth of human being with the growth of the growth of the uh, plant which is produced by the gibberellin? Yes, हमारे बॉडी में ग्रोथ हार्मोन कौन सिक्रीट करता है? पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड. तो पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड सिक्रीट करने के बाद वो हमारे बॉडी में ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट में हेल्प करता है. सिमिलर टाइप प्लांट में से वो गिबरेलिन कहाँ से सिक्रीटेड होता? प्लास्टिड से. दैट विल सिक्रीट द गिबरेलिन एंड इन अ सिमिलर फैशन, एंड दिस विल हेल्प, इट विल बी स्प्रेड टू ऑल द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्लांट. And yes, very good, Mogesh, you were exactly correct. Embryo form without the fertilization, it is in case of the parthenogenesis. Very nice. Now coming to the, yes, so plant body में गिबरेलिन भी चले जाते हैं जहां जहां growth possible है, and it helps in the growth of the plant also. Clear है ना? Okay. Other than the growth of the plant, it also helps it along with the auxin, it helps in the cell enlargement, मतलब volume में ज़्यादा होगा. Cell differentiation मतलब कौन सी group of cells का क्या क्या specific function है after maturation, they will decide that one also, right? And also they will help in promoting the fruit growth, elongation of the shoot, and in breaking the dormancy in the seeds and the buds, right? So dormancy को break कर देते हैं and break करते करके उसको germination में help करते हैं. And this germination is done by the gibberellin. अभी ये ध्यान से याद रख लो कि gibberellin starts from G, germination starts from G, okay, and growth also starts from G. ये तीन G से start होता है, ये तीन एक साथ dependent on each other है, ठीक है? Okay. Now breaking of seed dormancy का मतलब क्या है? Whenever the seeds is dormant, it will not be able to germinate, or it will not be able to grow into a new plant. But breaking of the dormancy मतलब it will get a proper favorable condition, and the dormancy will be broken down, and it will again grow into a new plant body. This is a new plant. This is known as the breaking of the plant body. Very nice. Yes, Preet Viraj, you were totally correct. Hypertrophy and hyperplasia इसको कहते हैं, like cell differentiation and elongation. Now, coming to the third hormone, cytokinin. It is a group of hormones which is basically present in the root and shoot of the growing buds. We can find in the different other types of plants, जैसे moss में रहता है, bacteria, fungus में रहता है. 200 different natural and synthetic type of cytokinins are present. Basically, we can see the cytokinin in tomatoes. Do you know tomato, apple, banana? इसमें ज़्यादा रहता है. And also the meristematic tissues of the root, meristematic tissue of the root. Coconut milk में रहता है. Okay, this is found abundantly in the coconut milk. And endosperm tissue मतलब the tissue which helps in storing the nutrients for the new embryo. जो जब embryo growth होता है ना within the ovary, so there is another fusion takes place. We will study that is triple fusion, formation of the endosperm. ये endosperm में सबसे ज्यादा रहता है cytokinin, as well as जो corn हम खाते हैं वो corn seeds में भी रहता है. That cytokinin within the corn seed is known as zeatin. Okay, so these are the different locations where we can find this cytokinin. Now let us move on to the function. First of all, It travels to the different vascular tissues, xylem phloem में जाएगा. It helps in the different growth of the different part. देखो, shoot apical meristem में जाएगा and it will help in the growth of the shoot system. It also helps in the growth of the root system. It helps in the growth of the different fruits, developing fruits, seeds and leaves and all. Okay, these are basically the main function of the cytokinin. Other than that, it breaks the dormancy, it helps in the cell division, as well as they delay the leaves to get old. Okay, so ये total plant parts को young रखने में help करते हैं. Okay, the plant parts will not become old, or it will not become wrinkled, or it will not shade off. तो ये shedding of the premature shedding of the fruit, flowers and roots को रुकते हैं और prevent करते हैं. Okay, so this cytokinin helps the leaves, fruits and flowers to stay young. They just delay the aging of the root stems, the leaves, fruits and flowers, as well as they prevent the shedding of the leaf, flower and fruit. I guess you already know about what is shedding. Shedding मतलब झड़ जाना, चले जाना. Okay, सूखा होके जो निकल मतलब fall off कर जाते हैं. Okay, इससे रुकते हैं. But the antagonistic hormone मतलब जो opposite hormone है उसका, that is the abscisic acid. Abscisic acid का function क्या है? वो shedding में help करता है. देखो, ये cytokinin will prevent the shading of the leaves and all, and abscisic acid will it will promote the shading of the leaves, fruits and flowers, right? So this is just the opposite function. Okay, so we can say abscisic acid is antagonistic. Antagonistic matlab opposite in function, so antagonistic to the cytokinin. You can get this type of question, be very careful, and that is why it is known as the stress hormone. क्योंकि ये stress दे रहे हैं plant को, ये ग्रोथ इनहिबिट कर रहे हैं, एब्सिशन कर रहे हैं. एब्सिशन मतलब शेडिंग. शेडिंग को हम बायोलॉजिकल टर्म में एब्सिशन कहते हैं. एंड एज दिस हेल्प्स इन एब्सिशन, दैट इज व्हाई दिस हार्मोन इज नोन एज एब्सिसिक एसिड. फाइन, तो एब्सिशन में हेल्प करते हैं. वेरी गुड. एब्सिशन स्पेलिंग आप देख लो पृथ्वीराज, इट इज अ लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट. ओके, dormancy में regulate करते हैं. So these are the different inhibiting functions which are done by abscisic acid. Then it is produced in the roots as well as in the terminal buds. It inhibit the growth of the plant. It promotes the dormancy. It closes the stomata. मतलब सारे negative काम कर रहे हैं, right? Like the wilting of the leaves, falling of the leaves, detachment of the fruits, flowers from the plants. So all these types of functions are done by abscisic acid. Now coming to the last hormone, that is ethylene. Ethylene matlab, as I have already mentioned, it is a gaseous hormone and its main function is ripening or rotting of the fruit, okay, or the plant. So if you are taking one banana and if you keep it, first वो तो green रहता है, फिर धीरे धीरे ये yellowish होता है, फिर dark yellow होता है, and finally you will get the brown colored spots like this, right? The brown colored spots. This is due to the presence of the ethylene within the banana, and also it releases a different form of gas and different smell भी ये produce करते हैं. So the ripening of the fruit is due to the presence of ethylene hormone within the plant body. Up to this much clear है ना? Yes. So let's see a video and revise the whole thing.
Ever wondered how plants make sure they grow towards the light? No, you probably haven't. But since both light and water are essential for photosynthesis, there is little doubt that the plant has mechanisms in place to ensure its growth maximizes its uptake of these two key stimuli. Plants have developed responses called tropisms. Tropism is a growth in response to a stimulus, so light and water in the case of the plant. There are different types of tropisms. Positive tropisms are when growth is towards the stimulus, so the plant growing towards the light to maximize the stimulus for photosynthesis. Negative tropisms are when growth is away from the stimulus, so roots growing away from the light and deeper into the soil, so there is less chance of them being dried out. These are both phototropisms, growth in response to light. They are also geotropisms, which is growth in response to gravity. The stem undergoes negative geotropism because it grows against gravity and upwards towards the light, whereas roots undergo positive geotropism because they grow in the same direction as gravity, downwards. So unsurprisingly, plants grow in response to light and water, and grow towards or away from light, phototropism, and with or against gravity, geotropism. But something must control this growth. Just like humans, plants have growth hormones. We will look at these plant hormones in our video called Plant Hormones, Auxins and Gibberellins, and we will see how they are used in weed killers, fruit ripening and more.
Okay, so that's all about the different types of movements which takes place within the plant body, right? Now let me ask you some of the question. Okay, tell me the name of the plant hormones which are responsible for the following functions. Fine. The first one is the elongation of the cell. Let me see who can give me the correct answer. Which hormone is responsible for the elongation of the cell? Secondly, which hormone is responsible in the plant for the growth of the stem? Okay, which hormone is responsible for the growth? I have already mentioned G से कौन से hormone start होता है. Okay. Third, promotion of the cell division is done by which hormone? Which hormone helps in promoting the cell division again and again? Basically, two hormones are, most of the hormones are involved in this, but mostly कौन से hormone help करते हैं? And finally, falling of the senescent leaves or the old leaves, ये senescence में या फिर falling of the leaves में कौन से hormone help करता है? Yes, very good. First is the auxin. Yes, Prithviraj, correct answer. Let me see who can give me the other answers also correctly. Yes. What will be the second answer? The growth of the stem is due to which hormone? Next, the promotion of the cell division is due to which hormone? And the falling of the senescent leaves is due to which hormone? Yes, quickly write it down in the chat box. I'm waiting for your answers. Yes, the last one is the abscisic acid, definitely. Okay, so the first one is the auxin, last one is the abscisic acid. Growth of stem is due to the gibberellic acid. Very good. And the third one, the cell division is promoted mainly by the cytokinin as well as auxin also. Okay. Next, so let us see what we have already studied today. Today we have already studied about the movement of the plants, the plant hormone, the function and the types, like the gibberellin, auxin, cytokinin, abscisic acid, and the ethylene. Then we have studied also about the different types of growth in the plant, dormancy, the determinate growth, and the indeterminate growth which takes place within the plant body, right? So thanks for being with me all throughout the session. Now this is the time to write down the name of the student of the session. So what do you think? Who will be the student of the session today? Yes. Who has given me most of the answer from the beginning till end? Yes. So all of you clap for Prithviraj. Prithviraj is the student of the session. So thanks for being with us, Prithviraj, and all of you. Thanks for being with me and till the end. So we will again meet in the next session. Let me remind you what you have to do again is please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you will never miss any of the update of the upcoming session. Stay with us and learn with Swiflearn. And do not forget to like, comment, and share. We will again meet in the next session. So, till then, bye bye. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye bye.